Hello, Feuz Nation. My name is Alex, the host of Sports Fusion. It's been 7 weeks since I've done a show. I've been extremely busy with Schalmont, soccer, and football athletics. They've been competing over the past 7 weeks, and sectionals for football start this Friday night and Saturday. So that's why I have 6 of the starting top-seeded team quarterbacks on my show tonight. So let's get started with the opening statements first. We'll go over to Brett Young. Brett, what school do you go to, and what has it been like this season with Albany Academy?
I go to Albany Academy, and it's been we started off 3-0. We were playing good, and then we lost our next 3, and we came back with a big victory against Schuylerville to get into the playoffs, so that was good.
And we'll move over to Jake. Same question to you. What school do you go to, and what has it been like for you?
All right. Well, I go to Schalmont so far. Start off the game 2, lost it to the Sky, the team. And so far this season, it's been about getting back up, Rocky mentality, getting back when you hit. Mentality that we've been this whole year.
Okay, Jake, and we'll go over with Joe right now. Joe, what team you go to, and what has the season been like for you?
I go to Glens, and this season had a good season so far, and but we've had some tough losses with players. 2 of our guys have got this season. But, we're starting to get a few more guys back and put every time in our playoffs. And, being 7-0 doesn't mean a lot. We're not going to be in the playoffs and lose. So, we know we're basically starting. And we know we're every week in order to maintain down the field and keep going throughout the playoffs.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Stratton, let's go over with you. What school do you go to and play for, and what has this season been like for you?
I go to Schuylerville, and we started off with a great win against Sherman. It was a great team, and then we followed that with a loss against Ravena. And we're looking forward to playing them in the first round of playoffs.
And lastly, before we go to my phone, he's over the phone interview, Willie. Watson, but first, let's go with Austin. What school do you go to, and what has this been like for you?
I go to Ravena, and we started off the season rough with a loss to Glens Falls, but then bounced back against Schuylerville at home. And then we had another tough loss against Hudson, week 3, and we had some of our major players go down, but we've been keeping on. We've just been doing great on practicing hard and trying our best to start in the section.
And Willie, he's on my cell phone right now over the phone. He's not join, unfortunately, tonight. So, Willie, what school do you go to for everyone, and what has it been like for you?
I go to great right now. First game I didn't first out in the playoffs. So I'm ready to get
Now, Willie, you are the only undefeated team in this section, right?
Yeah.
So now, what has it been like being a part of this team? And really, you beat Schalmont last week. That was a big game. And what was the takeaway from this game going into the section this Friday?
Can you repeat that?
What was the takeaway from beating Schalmont this past Friday going into sectionals this week?
Yeah, we're just trying to get there. We're working hard every day. We're ready.
And we'll go over to Brett Young, Albany Academy quarterback, and I want to ask what has been your hardest game that you played in this season and why?
I'd probably have to say last weekend against Schuylerville, was a winner go home game to get into the playoffs, and it was just back and forth the whole game. But we eventually came out on top in overtime, and we're now in the playoffs. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I want to ask you, what has it been like for you this season? I mean, Schalmont, in the past 2 years, I go to Schalmont, and I'm trying not to be controversial here, but I mean, opening up the season 0-2 must have been very hard to come back this year. Am I right?
Yeah, that'd be a correct thing to say. Definitely opening up the season is not like us. Tradition that we kept up at Schalmont. Opening up the season 0-2 is really fast. You have to come back and play hard every single week. Looking past in the past, playing every single game, and looking forward to the next game. We've just been trying not to get ourselves up over anything. We're trying to look ahead, and we're excited for this game. That's what we're worried about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also question for you, Ravena, what has been the hardest game for you this season?
I'd probably say the Hudson game because we went in there with our heads too high from last year's score and thinking it was going to be an easy game, I guess, but we had a few of our key players go down and kind of just fell apart from there.
Mm-hmm. And Stratton for Schuylerville, what has been your hardest game this season? We'll go over with Joe from Glens. What has been your hardest game you've played in this season, Joe?
I don't really know. Just one. But because and we're going into every week prepare the same way. So each and every week, and we're in practice with the hard. It doesn't matter what the record is, what yours is, the outcomes will matter. So the preparation of the week and just how focused that your team definitely goes into the week. All the games we've been playing, we're just looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Stratton, we'll go over with you and Schuylerville. What has been the hardest game you played in the season?
Sorry, can you say that again?
What has been your hardest game you played this season?
Hardest game, I'd probably say Glens Falls. They're a great team. They're big, they're fast, and they play well together. And Joe does a great job over there leading that team as quarterback as a sophomore, so that's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. Now, Joe, I want to ask you, not only are you a big football star in the area, you're also a big basketball star, and I know this is not a basketball show, but I want to ask you, I know you've been getting some college offers in the past months and weeks. I want to ask you, what is the next big thing for you with basketball coming up in weeks, actually?
These upcoming few weeks, some schools might come up game actually, like football game, and football game. These are the basketball stuff, obviously. And then I might have a few colleges come up and BYU, Fordham, and a few others. Nothing really that's coming up, but we came back from a big game, and I visited Fordham. But just really working hard in both. Not really setting one. Working hard than just one. The two-sport athlete.
Yeah. And okay, we'll move on to the third question of this debate, if you want to call it that. And I know in the sport of football, most people, once they finish a game, if they lose, they say to themselves, I want to redo that game because I feel like we beat that team. And I want to go with Brett Young with this question first. Brett, if you could redo any game over, what game would it be?
I'd probably have to say the Hudson game. I know a couple kids on the team, like Willie. It's become a rivalry between us two, and we actually beat them in the second half, although they came out on top. But we played very well in the second half, and I mean, if we put two halves together, I would just like to see the outcome of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Willie, since you mentioned you in that question, I'll go to you next. And I know you guys are 7-0. And if you could redo any game over, what game would it be?
I'm tired. I'm telling you, horrible that game. I had 3 fumbles,
Okay, next, Jake, any game you could redo over, what would it be?
Well, even after, especially after a loss, you look back, you want to change a couple plays, maybe a whole series. Even after a win, I would being the quarterback, there's a lot of responsibility, all these guys know. I look back at the Hudson and I'm like, I wish I could have, but that's not how we're supposed to play at the moment. And I can't say one game. I know I've messed up that game, and that's how it is. And
Definitely. And Austin, any game you could redo over, what game would it be?
I'd probably have to say the Hudson game because, I mean, we go to team camp with them, and we deal with them all summer. And we had a few big players, like I said before, go down, so I think that affected us a lot, and we just weren't on top of our game.
Yeah, see, Willie, a lot of people are saying Hudson, so I guess you guys are in this group right here. I think it's like this picture review. I came over and Joe, any game you would like to redo over the past season so far?
As of yet, undefeated as of now, and winning the ultimate goal, and winning something that really matters. The team's been able to do that so far, so I just
And Stratton over in Schuylerville, any game you would like to redo over?
I'd have to say the Ravena game. We had a great win against Schalmont week 1. And we kind of had a flat week of practice that week and kind of just transferred into the game, and we didn't play the way we wanted to.
Okay, we'll go to the fourth question of tonight. And I want to ask you, what have the coaches been saying to you now since the first round of sectional this weekend and just in a few days? So, Jake, I know Coach Rick over at Schalmont is a good coach. So what has Coach Rick been saying to the teammates the past few days?
Well, especially the opening section game, we definitely put an emphasis on that. This is just like every other game. Every game we're down at a time, and that just to expect the game doesn't mean you have to play the game differently. Like every game the same way, and just to keep the same mindset throughout the season.
And we'll go over with Austin. What has Coach Bowen been saying to you guys over there at Ravena?
Basically, be ready and come with everything you got. I mean, obviously, if you lose a game, you're out. And coaches, but just drilling in our heads that we got to be physical and just got to come to play.
Definitely. And Brett, we'll go with you. What has the coaches been saying to your team since it's starting a few days for you guys?
They're preparing us mentally. I mean, Academy hasn't been to a playoff game in a little bit, so for most of us, it's our first playoff game. And especially we're playing one of the top teams in Class B and even in the state. Yeah. So we're just locking a lot of film and keeping the energy up in practice.
Definitely. And we'll go to Willie. Willie, what has the coaches been saying to you the past few days, preparing you guys for the game this weekend?
They're telling us we got to keep working.
And Stratton, what about you? What has the coaches been saying to you to prepare you for the big game this weekend? Joe, how about you?
Coach Lyle, Coach basically been saying it's a new season, and we can't go over our success in the season because you know we got a good guy now. He's really out. We welcome into every week. Work hard and the upcoming game. If you're not prepared, you're just successful and not successful in one games. You know you're going home. So, be ready and go out and do that. So you can.
Yeah, definitely. And okay, guys, we'll wrap it up here in just a minute. Last question for everyone. I want you to compliment another team about what you like about them. I know, and it's football, a lot of coaches and a lot of parents and a lot of players. And in this game, during the game, they don't like each other. But what I like about this show is that we brought together 6 quarterbacks from 6 different teams that are competing against one another in the sectionals starting this Friday. And that's what I appreciate you guys doing this show. And I want to ask you to compliment one other team on this show tonight about what you like about them as a team most. We'll start off with Austin. What about you? Compliment another team.
I would have to say Schuylerville, I guess. Even though we won against them, they're really physical up front, and they do not stop coming. So they keep pounding it in, no matter what. They keep coming.
Mm-hmm. And Willie, with Hudson here on my phone. Willie, compliment another team. What do you like most about another team on this show?
Other teams are playing not ready to come back and just play full huddle.
And we'll go with Jason when it's mentioned every response. Jake, compliment another team here.
Well, first off, I think myself and the rest of the team have the most respect for any team I play. And I pray all you guys have tough games, hard fought games. We won. You guys have won. It really doesn't matter. I pray everybody we're having fun on a Friday, Saturday, and as we're gonna play everybody.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we'll go with Glens Falls, go Girard, compliment another team. What do you like most about another team on this panel of 6 quarterbacks?
Well, I've been every team that we've played against has been very confident, well prepared. You know, you can tell they've watched a lot of well prepared coming into the season. You know, we've got to change a lot of things that happen most of our games. You know, with Sherman, quarterback, the jobs we definitely knew they're going to be tough. Watching Brett preparing for this week. You know, we got to have all of our hard work and all the team this week because you know it's not going to be easy. And, you know, just looking forward to it, work hard and all the teams we play. You know, we have a team very tough. We're just looking forward to the weekend and going into every game as much as we can and we can have a good outcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that statement for sure. Stratton and Schuylerville, compliment another team. What do you like most about another team on this panel?
I'd have to go with Schalmont. I mean, they had a couple games that just couldn't go their way, but they keep battling, and that takes a lot of heart from that team because they're a great team. They just come out there after a couple losses that they could have had. I like seeing that from the team.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, lastly, we'll go to Brett Young and Albany Academy. What do you like most about the panel here of 6 quarterbacks?
I mean, yeah, just like these guys said, I think the competition has been great this year. But I'd probably have to go with Hudson. They play at a fast pace. They're very physical, so it's always fun to play against them.
Okay, guys, I want to thank you for joining me on this first ever quarterback show. It's been a great show. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. I know we have over 150 viewers watching us live here tonight. So thank you, Feuz Nation, for tuning in. First show in 7 weeks. Willie, Stratton, Joe, Jake, Brett, and Austin. I want to say thank you guys for agreeing to come on here tonight, do this interview. And I want to wish you the best of luck in sectionals this week, and best of luck the rest of the season. And Joe, I'm looking forward to that interview in a few months with the basketball team up there in Glens also.
Definitely. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Feuz.
Thank you.
Okay, Feuz Nation, I'll be back next week with another big show. I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.